Well, hey, B. It's Jamie. That's me here. No, I'm not. You know it. I'm not talking. I'm not talking unless you giving me likes, you commenting, and you're subscribing. You hear me? Okay. Thank you. Listen, we're about to get into some Real Housewives content. Of course, we definitely got to chat about it. Right now, what we gonna be talking about is a little piece of Dorit, honey, because oh, my Shayla. Oh, my Shayla. Girl, it's sad. It's sad. And we'll get into that in just a second. And we're also going to talk about Apollo Nida as well as his queen, Sherien, because something went down. And I haven't even gotten into it. So, I'm going to get into it with you guys. It seems like they both put up a post of Dr. Heavenly of Married to Medicine. And I don't know what all they got going on, but we're going to get into it. But before we do that, child. Let's talk about this for a little bit, real quick, okay? Because somebody put this up on Twitter and I saw it surfacing. Me and the girls had a little chat about it, and I want to know what you guys, okay, thinking, all right? Someone put this up and says, I F Mary Kill, okay? Apollo, Martell, and Ralph, who you choosing? So we have Apollo Nida, the ex of Miss Phaedra Parks, the Real Housewives of Atlanta. We have Martell Holt, the did I say ex-wife? I'm sorry. Apollo is the ex-husband of Phaedra. Okay. Phaedra Parks, the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Then we have Martell Holt, who's the ex-husband of Melody Cherie over on, well, she used to be on Love and Mary Huntsville, but she has since left the show at the top of this year. All right. And then we also have Ralph Pittman Chai, who is the estranged husband to Drew Sidora of Real Housewives of Atlanta. All right. Now y'all already know I'm already married. Period. However, if I was everybody plays this game, right? So we'll just play the game. Okay, period. Hands down, Mary would have to be Ralph, all right? Y'all know I come down to the social media, I drag Ralph every chance that I get. Every chance that I get, just like Miss Ashley Darby. But aside from that, I will say I think one should marry Ralph because even while going through a divorce, Ralph gonna be down in that damn basement paying all them fucking bills. Okay, he gonna be down to the ground paying all them motherfucking bills. I know that's damn right. Hello, so that's the only reason why he will be kept around. Now, when it comes to I wasn't sure if it would be, you one would think that Martell has the thrust. But I think the best person would just go ahead and be to just F Apollo and then just go ahead and take this one up out of there. And I say at least Apollo and Phaedra can maintain a decent relationship post divorce, post prison, whatever. Right? And he still be so pressed about what the hell she got going on anyway. So I know he trying to period. But when it gets to this one here, he don't know how to let SHI go. He don't know how to let stuff go, so therefore you're gonna have to let him go. Period. If you know what I mean. So yeah, but y'all let me know y'all thoughts, okay? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments on who you guys and what you guys would do. Now that we got into the MFK of it all, let us slide over and talk a bit about Dorit Kemsley. Baby, when I tell y'all, over there on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I did get a chance to, finish up on the season and stuff. Sorry, I have not come to you guys with reviews. I've been planning on it, and then I just don't have time to go back, watch, take the notes and stuff, and chat about it. What I will say is I hate that they overhyped the Garcelle walking out and leaving. You know what I'm saying? And let me touch on that for a second. I hate that they hyped that up on the Garcelle walking out, leaving, and she literally sat there for the whole reunion and just decided not to take the group pic. Garcelle feeling away because nobody had her back. Although I want to understand, I feel like other people have sat in seats and ain't nobody had a fucking back. Okay. So it is what it is, all right. Like I don't know. I don't fully feel sorry for Garcelle. And you know what's crazy? I said couldn't none of them get her up off her out her seat, or pretty much up out off the show. And not that they got her out off the show, but definitely I feel like they bothered her enough for her to be like, I don't have to deal with this. I can go. And I don't. Some part of me, first of all, I'm highlighting that because I remember saying, "Can't none of y'all get her up off the show." Well, obviously, y'all kind of did because I pissed her off so much that she left. But at the same time, Garcelle doesn't really need the show. I think she utilized the show for what it was needed to be. She elevated to, get her production company, more money and stuff and access or whatever else, and she doing her thing, so she don't really need the show. I think she stayed on the show the proper amount of time that she should, and get the hell on. Like, don't overstay your welcome. And the good thing for her is that I'm sure they'll allow her to come back whenever she's ready, as I believe Andy and maybe she has even said as well. So, I feel no way. She did go on to unfollow people over there, okay, including Sutton. Now, if you felt betrayed by anybody, I feel like the person she should have felt betrayed by the most should have been Sutton, right? Because while she's over there highlighting good things about Sutton over there focusing on other people. And the whole time you over here being close to Sutton trying to get closer to Kyle. Girl, she was only using you, in my opinion, because you were a person that had her back. And you would speak up, the same thing that y'all have an issue with Bose for. Bose, can you not be a bulldog? Whatever it was she said to Bose, she was over there doing the same shit with Sutton. And actually, when she was doing it for Sutton at the time, like, I was in support of it. I wasn't really tripping because I felt like they did used to pounce on Sutton just a little bit. And I used to really love Sutton. I even got my little face roller or whatever because of Sutton. Right? But at the same time, it's like, damn, now that you see somebody else doing the same thing you doing, now it's a problem. Okay. Girl, I know the people that the Garcellers, the Garcellers is down in the comments, honey, bothered and pressed because they don't want to hear anything slightly negative about their good girl. But anywho, yeah, so I mean, congrats to her for, deciding to step away from the show and moving on. But also at the same time, I kind of like when I watched the reunion, I didn't really care. Like, I just felt like it wasn't that deep. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I mean, I just feel like you don't really like these girls for real. They probably don't even really like you. The only person that you really fuck with was Sutton. So if you felt betrayed by anybody, it really should have been Sutton. And I don't think anything's wrong if Dorit feels a way about some shit that you said. Let's address it. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens at the reunion. Somebody's always in their feelings about something, don't like something that you said or whatever the case is, whatever. She may have felt like she took accountability, whereas other folks may feel like you didn't necessarily take accountability. You just was quick to want to back off and get off the situation. Just say, well, I was wrong. Okay, I was wrong. I was wrong. But Bose, you did kind of get on my nerves just a little bit, girl, because I felt like you kind of kept chiming in and it was giving a little bit of what nobody's talking to you. Just hold tight, like sit tight. Just a little piece. Still like you, but girl. Anywho, let's get to Dorit for real, for real. That's what I want to talk about. Dorit, man, PK, baby, PK. I just feel like PK is a foul person. All right, they've been going through this divorce all season, or at least not so much as a divorce, but a separation. And she didn't know when he was gonna file, but he would kind of hang it over her head that he will file, and should he file, she'll be in limbo or whatever. So Bose and Erica been trying to tell her, like, girl, you need to get your SHI right, okay? You need to go ahead and get your ducks in a row because this man, he gonna be ready to fire you up at any moment. And I agree. Okay. And go and get you one of the best attorneys before he can secure the best attorney. Okay. So yeah, now we done seen the man spotted out with a whole nother woman. Hugged up, kissed up. And honestly, it's giving a little bit of Mauricio when Mauricio was caught hugged up, kissed up at the dang on airport. It's kind of giving stage just a little bit. So I don't know if Dorit is like taking a page out of Mauricio and them book in an effort to continue to keep her on the show in some capacity. I don't know if he did this as a way to get back at Dorit and get her in her feelings, because I'll never forget when he went to go sit down with her for lunch in the earlier episodes of this past season, and how he only met with her to pounce on her and kind of like show off to her, like, look at me, I look good, this and that, and not really let her get a word in and make it seem like she the problem. Like, girl, I can't. I'm not here for Mr. PK. All right. But aside from that, I don't know his reasoning, but his reasoning for, showing up the way that he is, all hugged up with this lady. I'm like, Dorit, did you know about this, ma'am? Like, girl, child, that's quite. And who is Miss Heifer? Anyway, the amazing race. Girl, do you know this man is not fully divorced from his wife that he still has access to? Ma'am, you just made yourself a mistress, okay? But anywho, and a side chick, okay? Because they like to use mistresses when it comes to the white folks. I did side chick, girl. It's all the same. Anywho, moral of the story is Dorit has finally filed for a divorce from this man, okay? I think she been holding out hope that he was going to come around of some fashion. and probably didn't even intend to piss him off by filing for a divorce. I'm kind of wondering if she wanted to wait for him to file the divorce herself. But after seeing this, Miss Ma'am decided to drop them papers, and this is where we are. She's filed for a divorce. So I don't know. We're gonna see. Of course, this is gonna be juicy enough for it to play out throughout the upcoming season, because I'm sure they're gonna start filming soon. So I don't know, girl. It's crazy that you have a very similar moment to what Kyle has or had with Mauricio. Only difference is Mauricio and Kyle are able to still maintain a healthy relationship for the most part, and you and PK can't. And I hate that so much, considering the fact that y'all have much, much, much younger children than what Kyle and Mauricio got. It's sad and it's trash, but whatever it is, I hope Dorit gets all that she's supposed to get once this divorce is done, and that his ass has to continue to pay whatever bills he's supposed to fucking pay. Hello? But let us go ahead and move on, because I know y'all not here just for that, because I feel like a lot of my subbies don't really watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but it's good. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, whenever Real Housewives of Salt Lake City returns, we will be reviewing it. So at least that is my intention and my plan, and I'll continue to review it as long as the show is as good the next season as it was this past season. So if you're not caught up and you got some free time, spare time, slide over there and try and watch it. And shame on Peacock for not having speeds like Netflix has. Like, sometimes we may need to watch stuff in a faster speed, especially when y'all giving us filler scenes. So yeah, Netflix, we would like to advocate for y'all to put a speed up there, okay? While y'all raising the damn prices on everything, okay? As the prices getting high, I feel like my Netflix, I feel like that thing was like $25. I thought when I seen it, I think it's 25. But whatever it is, if you gonna be taking that much money from me, I'm gonna need y'all to give me some speed, some timers, whatever you call them. Okay, I'm not trying to watch stuff at the normal pace. I want to watch it at 1.75 sometimes. Thank you. Let us keep going. Not Netflix, but Peacock. Peacock. That bill was not. I think Netflix bill was high. It was the Peacock bill that I think it's like maybe like $12 or something like that. But whatever it is, Universal, NBC, Peacock, get that together. Okay, I need faster speed so I can thumb through these shows. But anywho, let us go ahead and move on to the reason y'all really here, because y'all nosy just like that. And that is Apollo versus Sherien. Now, y'all know Apollo, like I said, is the ex-husband to Phaedra Parks. He has been in a relationship with Sherien since he's been in prison, but let Phaedra tell it, he's been messing with this woman prior to him going to prison. So he was cheating on Phaedra with her, allegedly. Okay, that's what Phaedra put out there. Now, they have been having ups and downs and stuff in their marriage. Last year, I believe there was some domestic violence calls that took place, led to his possible arrest, maybe on more than one occasion, and it eventually led to them getting a divorce. Now, I don't know if the divorce is finalized as of yet, but video did leak out months prior to, the physical situations that they've had, to where Apollo was laid up with a whole nother woman. So it's been a lot of drama, and it's crazy, and it's just a, unfortunate situation, because, Sherien did not get a guy any better than what it was that Phaedra had, you know. But I want us to check out what this video is of Heavenly. I guess Sherien doesn't typically watch Heavenly, but she ended up coming across this. It looks like it's a TikTok she came across, and this is what led her to respond. I know some people may be like, girl, why are you just not responding to this? Because I'm quick to say that myself, but I think that this may be something that could have popped up on her timeline, potentially. But whatever it is, let's get into it. So let's check it out. Dr. Heavenly breaks down the clash between Phaedra and Apollo's wife, Sherien. Sherien did not hear Phaedra call her a bad-built B.I.T.
No, Faye, don't call me Faye, bitch. I know she heard that, but because when Sherien started reading Phaedra, when they cut it all out, and I will not repeat the stuff she said because it was deep and dangerous. It was some shit y'all have been like, oh my God. And I don't know who put a battery in her back. Maybe she always had this in her body that she wanted to get with Phaedra, because she said Phaedra never spoke to her, ever. Since delivering the whatever, she never really spoke. So maybe she had a lot of animosity for some things she heard Phaedra. I don't know. But I'm telling you that the girl read Phaedra for filth. Like, for me, my problem with the whole thing was, I think Phaedra set it up for Apollo to come by himself, because she already said he wasn't going to bring his wife because he knew better. She brought his best friend and wanted Apollo to act up. Apollo is a cold brother talker. He was like, no, I ain't going to do this. I ain't finna tell her He didn't even tell me till we got on the boat. They said a Sherien was coming. They was like, call upon. I said, y'all coming? Because they told me right before I got on the boat she was coming. You know, I heard you brought my boy. He wasn't. He was like, he said he didn't know you. Whatever. I don't know who lied and who not. All I do know for a fact is Phaedra do lie. That's all I know for a fact. Now, I don't know what's going on. Don't give a damn about what's going on. However, when they got to arguing and she said all that foul shit to Phaedra, and when Phaedra said you built body bitch, the girl didn't hear her.
Okay, so that's pretty much what this is about. And you know, the more that I watched this, I realized, that what Heavenly was saying was talked about too much on blogs for Sherien to not have known what Heavenly said. Why she's just now wanting to post up and talk about it, I don't know. So I take that back, what I said earlier, like, oh, maybe it just popped upon her time. Hell no, that lady already knew what Heavenly was saying. Because when you know that you've been on the show, you know this moment is coming. You know you've always wanted to be on the TV screen the way that you popped in at the end of Real Housewives of Atlanta. You stayed glued to the audience to see what they had to say about this. So I don't know why she's bringing this to the front, but whatever it is, Apollo definitely responded to her. But before we get into what he says, this is what Sherien says. She says, yes, can we normalize putting bullies in their place? First of all, ma'am, there are no bullies. What bully are you talking about? And the fact that you're saying thank you to my girl who also gives bully energy is crazy to me. Okay? Thank you to my girl for speaking the truth. And you're saying that you didn't hear Phaedra say that you're a bad built bitch, right? And you want to refer to her as a bully, ma'am, when you the one that was so quick to jump up and say Apollo don't give a fuck about you. Whole time we having a conversation about Apollo giving a fuck about what the hell Phaedra doing. So it's not really aging very well, to me, in my opinion. I think that's kind of whack. Tell me some hashtag stop bullying. Like, are you okay? Want nobody bullying you? And then you say it just like Heavenly said it. Because if Heavenly's telling the truth as you say it, then that means Phaedra didn't say shit to you and don't say anything to you. So how is that bullying? Who's bullying? I know I'm not tripping, so I'm not even gonna ask am I tripping because I know I'm fucking not tripping. Okay. So she goes on to say, hit follow, share, like, and leave a comment. I'm trying to see something. What you trying to see? Okay, so then somebody says, girl, clearly you're bored. That lady deserved whatever Phaedra said to her. All right, somebody says, this is what you both chose to address. She says, how about discussing your divorce, infidelity, and DV? This would prove way more interesting. Nobody cares about this old beef. Phaedra has actually made you both relevant. Ooh, somebody says, how can Sherien read? Okay, now, girl, I just got to see something real quick because I'm like, girl, not this being your actual page. I'm like, is this, sometimes people do have fan pages. I'm like, girl, what?
I know Phaedra. Don't call.
Let's keep going. So the person says, how can Sherien read Phaedra when she say Phaedra never spoke to her? Thank you. Okay, that means that she don't even know her. She's never had a conversation with her. She will only be going off of something Apollo said. And most ex-husbands or ex-wives don't really speak positively on their spouse, but that wasn't her business to say anything. Okay. Somebody says, I think Dr. Heavenly has a crush on Phaedra, or is she jealous of what she has? All right. I don't know what's going on, girl. I'm gonna lean more towards the crush. Cause the girl, the way she kept talking about that lady, I'm gonna be so glad when she finds somebody else to discuss come the next season. So somebody else says, OMG, she's still on this same thing. Phaedra has clearly moved on. She's not even on your show anymore, and you still talking about her. Well, actually, Heavenly's not still talking about her in her defense, okay? Heavenly has already talked about her. It's Sherien that's brought it back to the front, all right? So because of that, Apollo decided to hop in the conversation. And it seems like he's clarified things. So let me see if he's possibly defending her. And then I'm also wondering if he is defending her if the divorce is off the table. But let's go. He says, first off, let me just say this. People can flag the post all they want. You're not going to silence me and shut me down. There's so many platforms out here. Social media is ubiquitous. All right. Now, I was wondering about that because I did see the post go up 2 hours ago, and then I just saw it a few minutes ago. And I'm like, I thought he'd been posted this. But anywho, so it says, second, Queen Sherien wasn't a mistress. Her morals and standards wouldn't allow such a thing. The narrative and BS that Phaedra has been brainwashing you all with is completely ridiculous. To sit here and you see how I just sat up here and said that what's his name? Apollo might be the one to F, because at least him and Phaedra can maintain a decent relationship. Girl, throw everybody getting cute. Everybody get It ain't even a Mary in it for real. Everybody stab, kill. Everybody's out. Everyone is out. Okay, you give them an inch and they take a mile of bullshit. They got to go. All right. So anywho, he says the narrative and the BS that Phaedra has been brainwashing you all with is completely ridiculous. To sit here and say that I was sleeping around while she was pregnant with my child is completely a lie. Then to label Sherien as the other woman is totally insane. You know what's also insane is to be set up here cheating on that lady, and then got the audacity to come up and snatch her keys out her hand and throw her keys and take her phone and SHI from her. Yeah, that's also insane. Why you out here doing what you want to do? Phaedra loves to fabricate just for her own pleasure. The timeline doesn't make sense. My child was born already when I met Queen Sherien, and Phaedra was doing her own thing. All right. He goes on to say, on Married to Medicine, Phaedra didn't say none of that stuff on the beach. I feel like unless did they call Phaedra into the audio room and told her to just lay down some tracks or something? Because I definitely believe she said it, and I think it was so much commotion going on that y'all didn't hear it. Now, you're saying that none of that stuff happened on the beach, but Heavenly is saying that it did happen on the beach, but Sherien just didn't hear her say that. So what's what? Phaedra knows good and well she wouldn't dare talk to Sherien like that to her face. Fourth, most of you couldn't walk a day in Sherien's shoes. I don't think anyone wants to walk in her shoes. Like, I don't think I don't know nobody, okay, that wants to walk in her shoes. She is dedicated, loyal, loving, brilliant, a loving mother, a caring person who sacrificed her own wants and needs for the betterment of other people. And with you knowing all of that SHI, now you want to realize what it is that you have? Okay, so she doesn't run when things get hard. She is a genuine friend when you need her most. I can attest to this firsthand. I love you, and I'm sorry for putting you through this mess, Sherien. # Night of Luxury Homes, whatever. So are you guys together or you not? Okay, all that disrespect, and then now you want to come down, because what it sounded to me too, it's giving a bit of all that disrespect, and then now you want to come down and defend her when you and Phaedra are not on good terms. That's kind of what it's giving to me, just a little bit. And you and Phaedra may not be on good terms based on how things played out at Married to Medicine, potentially. You know, it could be that, but something about it definitely got me raising my eyebrow just a little bit. I will say, I good for you for coming down to the internet and wanting to have Sherien's back as the internet pounces on her. But at the same time, I have to snatch that credit back from you, because you didn't even do your part when you was there. But everybody always realizes what they got when they ain't got it no more. Or do you still have it? Somebody say, is this Sherien or Apollo posting? I'm screaming. Okay, somebody said Apollo trying to get his wife back. Whoo, honey, somebody over there asking Heavenly, who is that baby milk really for in your cabinet? Somebody says this was 10 years ago. Why speak on this now? We don't care. And she most definitely said she was messing with you because Phaedra wasn't around, girl. Woo, this is a mess. I'm gonna let you guys leave your thoughts and comments down below about everything that we just discussed down below in the comments. I'm Jami, that's me, honey. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. You can follow me over on Instagram and Twitter at Jami, that's me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF, got them trying to clone me like Agent Smith.